Good morning. Today is Monday. Got up about 4:30. Right now it's like 4:50 or something like that. Went and had everything set up in the kitchen. Got my chicken breast cooking. Got my red potatoes cooking. About to do my cardio right now. Got to turn on the Stairmaster here. Woke up today at an all-time low of 213 pounds. Started 2 weeks ago at 226, so everything's going pretty good. So right now I'm gonna do 30 minutes on the Stairmaster. So start of that. So while I'm doing my cardio, I have my food cooking. Once I'm done with my cardio, I'll go prep all my meals. I'll have meal number one. Meal number one is gonna be 8 egg whites, 1 whole egg, 40 grams of oats, and 70 grams of blueberries. That will be meal number one. After that, I'm gonna do a second body scan at the gym, and then I'll work out. Today we're doing back and bicep pump, and then work the rest of the day, eat the rest of the day, and that's pretty much it. So this is gonna be, so right now we're 17 weeks out from the show, August 30th in Pittsburgh, North Americans. It's gonna be the run at this pro card at Masters over 50. For some reason I did not achieve that goal. We're gonna roll right into the Masters USA's in November, which would be my second year doing that one. Last year I came in second, so we're knocking on that door. All right, guys, have a beautiful day. I'll catch up to you guys in a little bit. Take care. Well, I just wrapped up 30 minutes of cardio. I'm spent. I was on level like 2. So every Monday I do my check-ins with my coach. So before I'll do kind of go backtrack a little bit. So this morning, or every morning, I do 2 tablespoons of apple cider Bragg vinegar with 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So before I do that on Mondays, I'll actually do some pictures. Actually, I do a video, and then I hold the pictures and I send those to my coach. Then I'll take my apple cider vinegar, come do my cardio. That's every Monday. I do my weight every single day just so we can kind of keep up with the trends. But my check-ins with my coach are just once a week, every single Monday. And then he makes adjustments based on how he sees fit and what needs to be done. Right now we're still quite a ways away at 17 weeks out, but the diet has been impeccable, flawless. Haven't had one screw up since we started on April 10. We are a long way away, so technically if I wanted to mess up, I could. The best times now, but we on a mission. When someone else is messing up, I ain't. When someone else is being lackadaisical, I'm not. So again, it's just a mindset where you want to go. Come the end of September, the end of August, September. If I want to go mess up, I can, but not right now. Got goals to meet. I'm gonna go up, make all my food, have meal number one, get ready for the day, go train. And that's where we are today. Thanks for checking in. And we are off. Just stuff right in the mailbox. Amazon, gotta love it. I'm gonna get Amazon packages like not every day, every other day. Vitamins that I've been out on. Took all my vitamins this morning. So we got fish oil, vitamin C, CLA. This is stuff that I ran out of. So I'm going to take some right now because this is 1,200 milligrams per 2 caps. So I'll take 2 caps. Whoa. Take 2 caps of this. Put that in my mouth. I'm going to take vitamin C, which I'm out of too. I'll take 2,000 milligrams. Oh shit, I forgot that. Oh, damn. I'll take 2 caps of this. There's a slew of other vitamins I took this morning. This is what I was missing. Sorry if I'm not able to speak. Here 2 caps. Ugh. My water. And that takes care of that. No joke. I probably take 30 pills a day. That's what I do. Because when you diet down, you don't really get all the nutrients from foods. See, that's where you gotta take supplements to give your body the nutrients that it needs. So we pretty much take everything that we can possibly take just to help our body be more efficient. There's so many, I can't remember what the hell I take in the morning. But I do start, well, obviously with the apple cider vinegar as a staple for my digestion, with the lemon juice mixed with water, drink that, and I take 3 caps of the Old School Labs fat burner before cardio, and then I take 2 caps of the Old School Labs not I can't even pronounce it for my fucking brain because I can't think. Nootropic, there you go. So I take that, and that's my pre-cardio. And then when I'm done with my cardio, I'll go and eat like I did this morning, and then I'll consume my food and then take all my pills. So right now we're off to the gym. I'm gonna go do my SECA biometric screening body composition scan, just kind of see where my body's going. Body fat wise, honestly hasn't moved at all per the SECA, but per the pictures it does look better. I'll post my before and afters of when I started to right now, so you can kind of see the differences. I am down 13 pounds from when I started 3 weeks ago. I'm going into my 3rd week now. So food wise, we're doing pretty good. It's funny, you know, I started looking back at all my Instagram stories from when I was prepping last year, and it's like I'm lighter now than I was last year, but yet I look bigger than I did last year. So it's kind of interesting. I think I was eating a lot more food back then than I am this year, but then again, everything's really relative. From what I heard myself say last year, I was consuming almost 300 grams of carbs while I was dieting down. Right now I'm only down like maybe 200 grams. But then again, Coach Cash, he knows what the shit he's doing, so he's gonna do something that I've never been able to do before, which is get super shredded. That's the game plan. I'm not very big, so I gotta go with conditioning in hopes that I put in at least a few pounds of muscle this year than last year. So that's the hope, and I won't know until I shred the fat off to see what's underneath. All right, so today's on the docket is back with bicep pump. I did hire Chris Lewis, Psycho Lewis, to do my programming. So I worked with him 8 weeks in the off season to grow and to put on some extra muscle mass. And now he's in phase 1 of phase 2 of the dieting phase. So he's doing certain things this next 8 weeks to bring out more detail. And then when we get to the final 8 weeks, he's gonna really change the workouts to really bring out that detail. So we're gonna give it one hell of a run, see what happens. These guys are monstrous, I'm tiny. But then again, we'll see what happens. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. We will catch up to you guys on the next one. All right, so we're back at the gym. I'm gonna utilize the second body scan to find out where I'm at today. Once I get on the scan, I'll pull up the numbers. We'll start comparing from last week where we were. So on this one, I do gotta strip down. Trying to not mess up the hair. Although it's gonna get messed up anyway. Alright, let's see. Gotta take out my socks and shoes too. Alright, let's see. This is the fun part, it's only on Mondays. We do this with our clients every 2 weeks. I'm super anal, so I do it every week. Alright, let's see. that is that. So now the numbers we're going to get routed over to the computer, and then I'll pull them up here in a second and kind of see if we've made any progress from the psycho body scan. That's up to, we're going to see. This is where it gets a little bit frustrating at times because sometimes that shit don't move. Although you look at pictures and pictures say you have moved. So take each measurement for what it is. At the end of the day, it's all trends, but you can never bypass pictures. Pictures are the most important part of what we do. For example, last year, when I started prep, I was pretty much the same weight as I am. Well, I was when I started prep 3 weeks ago. The numbers on the machine showed better than they were this year, but the pictures were like ridiculously night and day. That's why pictures are far better than anything else. And having a second set of eyes from a coach who knows what they're doing will drastically help you. All right, let's pull up these stats. Let's see where we're at. Put my socks and shoes on. Let's go. All right, so I'm going to pull up the stats now. I'm actually going to flip the camera around so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. All right, we are going to pull up myself here. Existing client. I'm going to put on my information. There I am. Proceed. And here we are. All right, let's see. See, I haven't moved for shit. Look at that. I'm still at 82 pounds of muscle. Looks like I'm losing muscle. Body fat sucks. I'm at 44 pounds of fat. This is the worst my psycho scans I've ever been. Compared to last week, I'm down 1.9 pounds. I'm down 1.3 pounds of muscle. I'm up 0.4% body fat, and I'm up half a pound of body fat mass. So this is extremely god-awful. If I compare from when I started my prep, I'm down 12.7 pounds from when I started. I'm down 8 pounds of body fat. I'm down 2.3 pounds of muscle. And I'm down 2.4% body fat. When I'm started, I'm in a better spot, okay? So all these numbers are really just relative right now. So when it comes to prepping for a show at this level, everything matters, okay? So right now, I'm not positioned to truly grow yet because of the PEDs haven't been switched around. Normally, I'm into my cutters a lot sooner. I mean, we're still 17 weeks out to work. We got a long way to go. But usually a traditional prep usually is about 12 weeks. We started at 20 weeks out. So once we pull the drugs I'm on now and add the cutters, that's when you're going to see the muscle drastically increase. And you're going to see the body fat really shave off. So I think last time it took me, like if I pull my stats from the last time, from last year, I think we started with prep June like 9th or something like that last year. And I try to pull up those numbers, June 9th, here we are. And then exactly 4 weeks later, 3 weeks later, 1, 2, 3. So if I pull up those stats and get rid of these here, let me flip around. So I'm gonna go down to my stats from the 9th and basically 3 weeks later, 1, 2, 3 weeks later. Let's see what those trends are. So on the 9th, I was 222, had more muscle, body fat was about the same, body fat mass was about the same, I just had more muscle on paper. And then basically, so let's compare. So here I had lost 6 pounds of weight overall, 8.6 pounds of fat, add a little bit of muscle, lost 3.4%. So overall, I'm leaning out faster now than back then, but on paper it shows like I have less muscle. Now last year, up into the show, I went from the 80s of muscle up to 100 exactly of muscle the day of the show. So I'm kind of expecting the same kind of thing this time around with lesser body fat. So that's kind of the trends that I look at Again, the numbers aren't anywhere where I want them to be, but I can see by the pictures that we're getting a little bit of progress. And again, we don't want to crash diet, none of that shit. So we want to see little progress, anywhere between 0.5% body fat to 1% of body fat reduction a week is kind of what we're looking at. And then if I look at again from week over week, basically we were down, actually it says I went up in body fat, so go figure. Anyway, trajectory, we're still in the right place based on pictures and everything else that we're doing. So guys, have a beautiful day. Go train. Actually, get my pre-workouts and all that stuff prepared, and then go train. All right, so I just started. Chris has me doing before every workout 3 sets of wide grip lat pull downs. So 3 sets of 30. The only thing I added in there extra, because if I don't do my abs, I won't get to my abs. So I'm doing 3 sets of 30. So a set of 30 on the lat pull downs. That's 6 days a week. And then I'm adding hanging leg raises, supersetted with crunches. And I'm doing 3 sets of each. One thing that I didn't do last year was work on my abs early on enough and long enough to really get them tight and hard and bring in that midsection. So this time at 17, 18 weeks out, abs every day, and obviously doing that lat pull down to really bring out that detail on the interior back. And that's for, again, another, I think 6 more weeks. I've been with Chris now for 2 weeks onto the cutting. So that's where it's at. So I was set number 1. I'm gassed. I'm in the workout the warm-up takes everything out of me. That's why I take the Old School Labs Nitro 3D, because as I drink that through my workout, it helps me last longer because I get gassed freaking fast. Fortunately, our food is still at 2,600, so I got enough energy there, but I'm not looking forward to cutting any more food, but it's coming. All right, guys. The workout was done. It was actually a pretty good session. Started lifting a little bit heavier than I normally do. I'm usually not a heavy lifter. I'll do more high volumized, but I actually pushed a little bit on the deadlift racks to see what I can do while I still got a little bit of food in me. Right now I'm hitting the tan. Tan is something that's very critical and important. A lot of people don't do it, but when you show up to the contest, if you're white and you're just applying that tan, it just doesn't look as good as if you have a good solid dark base. Last year we started tanning at 12 weeks out. This time we're starting at about, I'm going inconsistently since 20 weeks out, but at 20 weeks we'll pick it up where it's every single day for 12 weeks. But for right now, I'll probably do it a couple times a week up until week 12. So there's just a lot of stuff that you got to do to prepare the skin for when you apply that color. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, just obviously comment below. This is going through the day of what it's like, the food to the training and all that. As far as meal number 2, which I already had, was 7 ounces of chicken, 6 ounces of jasmine rice. I throw in onions and mushrooms just because it makes it taste a little bit better. That was my meal number 2. Meal number 3 I got right here. It's 1 slice of one slice of Dave's Killer Bread raisin, and then I have 48 grams of Hydro Pro whey protein. That's my meal number 3. I'll probably have that after I tan. And then I'm gonna have my next meal after that, probably around 3 o'clock, will be 7 ounces of ground turkey with 6.5 ounces of red potato. Again, I throw in onions and mushrooms because it tastes great. And that is where I'm at so far. All right, guys, have a beautiful day.